Alright, hello, this is Sam. I'm going to show you a little bit how to set your files up ready to go to Git so everybody else can use them and it's nice and clean and ready to go. So first thing we're going to do is kind of organize everything in our outliner. I brought this in from Houdini, so this is kind of what it looked like. I don't know if this is what yours will look like, but this is what mine looked like. And this is in my hours setting this up. The reason I brought it in from Houdini is to UV unwrap it, because I thought that would be easier, and so that's also why the colors are a little bit weird. But anyway, so we've got these, I don't know if you can see them, but they're all the little green stems coming off of the trunk top part there. So what we're going to do is kind of organize this into a few objects and then group them together. So this one you can see is the main trunk, and then this one, I don't know if you can see it, is the ball part up top. So what we're going to do, these guys are really pretty similar, so I'm going to combine them. Go to Mesh, Combine. So now they are one object. See that? I leave behind these extra guys that we aren't going to worry about for now, but we'll take care of those later. And we're also going to rename everything. So this one is our trunk. So this group has got, let's see what we got here. It's all the leaves. That seems like a pretty good group to me. We'll leave that there. Or it's not a group, it's an object. So we'll name this leaves. So then what we have left is this group here, which is all of our little stems. So what we're going to do with these guys is the same thing, just do Mesh, Combine, and now they show up down here. I'm just going to call these guys stems. Great, so we've got our leaves and our trunk and our stems, and these are all together. So what we're going to do now is just group them. So you select them and then do Control G in the outliner. G is in group. And what we're going to do is just rename this. I'm going to put my name on it so it's easier to see. So we're just going to do SC Palm Tree. I don't know if that's necessary for this, but we're going to use it just to make things a little more clean in our outliners. So now we still have all this extra stuff. So first what we're going to do is select everything. You can also just click on your group there, but I just select everything that way. And we're going to go into Edit, Delete by Type, History. So this will make it so we can delete all that stuff. Actually deleted it for us. That's really handy. So now all we have is this really simple palm tree, stems, trunk, and leaves. Everything's labeled and everything's ready to go. Okay, great. We're also going to do one more thing before we get out of here. We're going to freeze that transformations. Wonderful. So now when we select it, you can see it shows up trunk here. This is another place you can change it if you don't want to change it in the outliner. But I think it's easier in the outliner. And then we got these as a separate object, and these as a separate object. So this will really clean up our outliner when we're putting our scenes together, so then we can see exactly what things are, instead of having a crap ton of poly surfaces. Alright, for the next part, I'm going to show you how to rename your materials so it's easier. This isn't necessary, but you can do it and it helps. So we got up here, right, we got these. You can't rename the first one for some reason, but you can rename all the others. So those are our leaves. And then if we want to rename it so they show up differently in Substance Painter, you got to come over to here, your shading groups, and we find out which one's the yellow one, this one, and we rename it leaves. So now this one will show up in Substance Painter as leaves 2 over on the side when you're trying to paint it, which is handy. So then you have to do that for all of them, but you can't do it for the very first one for some reason. I don't know why. But if you just want to leave that one blank, and then you can create another one. So it just, let's see, it's the red one. We would just create a new material. And name this one, what's our red stuff? It's our trunk, right? Yes. Trunk. Boom. Then we just assign that material instead and just leave this one just sitting there, and we can rename the shading group now. But anyway, so that's how you can do that if that's something that you want to do for to make your substance life just a little bit easier. It's not like a massive change. But yes, so that's how you do that. And a note, you have to, when you're creating a reference to pull something in, right? That's how we're going to do all of this. You need to create a new reference for everything. You can't like duplicate it. select this and then duplicate it again. Like that'll just actually duplicate the geometry instead of duplicating the reference. So it's kind of annoying. There might be a workaround, but that's what you have to do for now. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hopefully this is helpful. Thanks.